Hi Leo, welcome back to Peony Lore, where we help you to find the beauty in all things. So of course, sun, moon, rising, anywhere else that you have Leo very heavy in your chart. This is going to be an overall reading for you for the month of January 2023. Just want to first say thank you to all of you guys who have continued to be with me here since the beginning of my journey here on the YouTubes, or whether you're finding me from the Facebook groups and communities that I am with. I am very honored and I'm very grateful to all of your bookings, your personal sessions, all of the conversations that we have had, really making this very, very easy transition from me doing this on a part-time basis into a full-time basis for the past year and a half. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. January 2023 is a 7 universal year. So it's going to be a very spiritual year for a lot of people. A lot of internal work being done to shift you where you are needing to be, where you need to go, okay? From a general perspective, what I know is coming up for Leo for the entire month for the entire year rather, is going to be shifts in your work, shifts in your career overall. But we're going to focus on what we have coming up here in January. And there's a couple of different things that you need to know. I'm not going to go into all the transits. But as far as January is concerned, you know that we're starting off the month with Mercury in retrograde, which will go direct on the 18th. If you have Virgo or Gemini in your chart, my Leo friends, then of course you could have very easily been affected by that a little bit extra. You know that we have Mars in retrograde until the 12th of January. So if you have Aries anywhere in your chart, then you could have been very specifically affected as far as your energy is concerned. Of course, Mercury controls communication, technology, travel, all of those different types of things. And if you have Aquarius in your chart, you could be seeing some significant boosts when it comes to the Uranus and Taurus shift on the 22nd when we get to Galactic New Year. As we move into the Aquarius season with Uranus coming out of Taurus with a lot of expansion and some other things. And so finance and being grounded and all those things were taking place for us with the Uranus and Taurus. And as we change into the Chinese Lunar New Year, we switched from the tiger into the rabbit this 2023, which is very beautiful. It's also called the water rabbit, based on the yin energy that is taking place in that season. Okay, so as always, we start off with your sacred geometry, and the energy that we have here, my friends, is creating joy and happiness for yourself. And we will go into the details and in the book at the end of the reading for crystal suggestions and things of that nature. But I pulled a couple of the energy oracle cards for you, and I wanted you to see what we have going on. So first we have the yin yang energy of 22, being in the right place at the right time, being neutral. So there could be some minimal shifting, I guess is the word that I want to say for you, honoring that energy. But what's going to take place for you guys, right, is getting to the point where you have to take some action. I think this has everything to do with Mars coming out of retrograde on the 12th as we get towards that midpoint of the month, because it's slowed down the energy for a lot of people, as we've talked about. And so there's going to be a lot of adjacent possibilities. This is akin to the Seven of Cups, options, potentials, those different things trying to come up in energy. I'm going to pull a couple of Kipper cards. I will pull a numerology card, and then I'm just going to pull a couple cards to support what's popping up here. And they said don't forget the angel cards. I won't. To support what's going on, just a few cards for each week here in January, because like I said, for the most part, we're sort of getting an energetic break. January, February, and March, April, we will kick off into some more big energies as we start eclipse season. And we all need the break, okay? So we're going to start off here with a couple of details from the Kipper. Okay. So we are letting some concerns go. I like this. We're letting some things go. That is that sense of yin yang, that neutrality that we were talking about. As far as this card for child, it could be that you are dealing with support, some beautiful things that have been finalized with any of your children. Leo, it could also be that you have addressed and are working on or have worked through any internal child healing energies. Toil and labor is one of the main energies that comes up. That is work. We've talked about that. That is the shift that most of you guys are going to go through. We have the energy of you understanding who you are. Now, the privileged lady, let's take sex out of it, right? We're going to take the sex out of it. Privileged lady is knowing that you are worth. You have a worthiness that you are trying to acquire, trying to get to, trying to, get yourself into that spot that you are worth more. You're stepping into your worthiness. So whatever challenges have come up, again, there's no concerns. You would have learned what this is. There's unexpected income that's coming towards you. We've talked about that, which relieves you from any feeling of poverty or any of those shifts and changes. And again, main female caps this off. So what that boils down to me is that you know that you are looking into those areas that are going to increase your value. You stepping into your value. Let's see what the angels have to say for our Leos this month. Yeah. Whoa. And is there one more that steps into that? Yeah, here we go. Okay. So you're not stepping into any issues as we get into January. No, there's no issues that you're going to step into as far as January. January for you is going to be all about transformation. And what are we transforming into? Harmony and resolution. You're working into this. So if I was going to be accurate, I would put this in the sideways position. There's been some things that you are clearing out, and you're going to continue to clear those out so that you can bring in the energetics of harmony and other resolution. This is the month for you to start to take action on those additional possibilities. Okay, so you've been neutral, you've cleaned some things up, and that's a beautiful place to be. But now we're going to be taking some steps forward, again reaching our potential for joy. I love this. Okay, so we're going to go into your tarot. We're just going to break down a couple of cards for each week of the month. What do we have for the first week? Whoa, thank you. The first week, what we have is the Knight of Pentacles, my friend. Perfect. Long-term plans. The Knight of Pentacles always shows up. He may take the long road to guarantee that he delivers what he's supposed to, but he is going to get there. So if you've been planning something, your first week, there is a lot of solid energy that comes in with the Knight of Pentacles. He comes in delivering, and that's the most beautiful thing. It's solid earthen energy. I like that. Let's see what else we have. Yeah, they said that's pretty much it. The second week, wow, perfect. Okay, the second week, they're telling me to back up just a little bit. What is it that you want me to focus on for that Knight of Pentacles for the first week for our Leos? We did talk about, they're talking about your higher level dreams and making yourself step into. So there's something that you've already been in the planning stages of. It's still coming. So something that you've put into manifestation. Okay. One of the things that they're saying is don't feel as though some of you, this is going to be the Aries energy that was in there. You being in your yin yang, you being in that sense of neutrality and that sense of, just hanging out, I guess is the easiest way to say it, is the right thing for you to do. That sense of neutrality is important because some of you were feeling very, very restless that this hasn't already shown up. But again, it's universal timing, not our timing, right? So we have to let things show up the way that they're supposed to show up. And not letting yourself get too carried away with what other people have said. Like you're being really like, I kind of see where you're going over here. I can see where you're stepping into some things. I'm going to be like right here. That is exactly what they're talking about. So again, you don't have to stress yourself out because what it is that you've asked for before is coming. Okay. The second week, we have the combination of the King of Cups with the Three of Pentacles. I love this energy. So you're going to a process where there is more coming with new, right? So the Three of Pentacles talks to us about collaboration. It talks to us about making something work with other groups of people. The King of Cups could be the personality of who is coming into your environment. Usually very open, very honest, very truthful, very calm. And so if you're looking into a position and any of those locations that have that match of energy could be very, very positive for you as you're taking a look into some things that second week. But it does look like things are stepping up. All positive in the natural upright position is very, very good for you, Leo. Let's see what else we have going on for them in the third week then. Okay, Four of Swords in the reverse position. Now we're ready to move forward. Four of Swords in its natural state means that you're like laying low. With it in its reverse position, you've received all of the information that you need. There's two more cards. A few more cards. We're going to take those. You have received the information that you need and you are ready to move forward. Here we go. There they are. Thank you, thank you, thank you. The third week, we go into the Lovers. Okay, so it's possible that you're dealing with the Gemini, just to put the signage out there, but usually the Lovers means that there's a choice. And usually when it's in the upright, you are going to be making the appropriate best choice for yourself. Now, what we do have next to that is the Temperance card in the reverse position. So that's Sagittarius energy. Not necessarily a bad thing, but what we're talking about, and this is why they had me go backwards a little bit. If you were feeling restless and feeling a little bit out of sorts a little bit, I just want to call your attention to that, okay? Because moderation is important, but sometimes it's important to move, and that is being validated by the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is, of course, if you guys have been following me, you know my favorite in the entire deck, because there's levels of attractiveness from every area. And the Queen, whether you're male or female, doesn't really matter, means I'm ready to put my foot in it and I am ready to go over to there to make that thing happen, okay? So it does mean with this King and the Queen here, with the Wands and the water, this is positive energy as far as I'm concerned. Let's see what we have coming up the fourth week. The first card out is the Nine of Pentacles. This has everything to do with being grounded, has everything to do with being solid in your environment, has everything to do with knowing that you have what you need for yourself, but also more. It also indicates there is a sense of being connected to your team, your spirit team. Now we do have the Ace of Swords in the mostly sideways position, which means that you are going to be using your independent energy with that Nine of Pentacles and making a strong decision. Now, this strong decision is related towards this Wheel of Fortune moment, so it has everything to do with your dollars and your cents and opportunities that are moving forward for you. And what we have clarifying that with that decision making, there it is. There's your adjacent possibilities. That's the Seven of Cups energy I was talking about before. Options. Options, options, options. You are going to be exercising one of those options because we have the Five of Cups, okay? So the Five of Cups is allowing you to realize that the two cups that you have standing upright are where your focus is going to be, because you're allowing those three cups with spilt energy to be done and over with. It's okay to say goodbye to the old energy. It's okay to say goodbye to the old people. It's okay to say goodbye to the old of what was going on, because this is where you're going. You're going directly into the Nine of Cups, everything that you want. So this 9-9 energy is extremely strong. I'm going to go ahead and clarify a little bit more with the Oracle of the Radiant Sun, the overall second, third, and fourth week for you. Yeah, negotiation. This is what you're deciding. There's negotiation. So you are going to be receiving different opportunities, assuming that you are applying yourself and that you are seeking them out. Yep, we're not going to do anything crazy. We're going to make sure that we do this low and slow. We're addressing this from the appropriate energy, and what you get is the achievement. You get what you want, right? So this is beautiful, Leo. And then the last card that we have is flirtation. Now, flirtation with the Sagittarius energy that we talked about before doesn't necessarily mean sexual in nature or anything like that. It does mean that something specific is going on with this attractiveness that you do have. So again, when we look at this Temperance card that popped up, this choice that you have to make this good choice. It's very possible that you are dealing with the Sagittarius in this new business adventure. Just putting it out there because that's how it works. Is there anything else we need to know about this for the last week? Okay, because harmony and resolution is coming towards you. Yeah, the only thing that they're saying for you to do is concentrate on the decision that you have to make, and know that everything is going to work itself out for you. And the last energy that we have here is being assertive, not aggressive, assertive. And if you have to put in those 2 weeks notice or anything else like that, be assertive with what it is that you have to do. You're standing in your own grounded power here. Okay, so this is you being independent. And then this is what you get. Riches. Leo, this is so sexy. I love this. I love it when they are very simplified, when they're very easy to discuss and describe. I'm going to go into a numerology card here just to see what else we have for our Leo. Take your time. That sense of neutrality and that sense of, okay, is the thing that is going to serve you the most, right? Let's see what we have for our Leo. I love it. Oh, perfect. Okay, so moderation. No, I'm inaccurate in that. Your environment is going to change. Place where you work. Maybe you go from a business building to a work from home position. Your love partnership. Now we're going to talk about love partnership a little bit, and I have to bring this up very specifically because we have the lovers coming in. If you are not in a relationship, that's fine. The 7th house and the 10th house, right? The 7th house is relationships and the 10th house is work. If you're not in a relationship and you have cards that show up in your 7th house, it's very closely associated with work because that's where you spend most of your time, okay? So there is a partnership that is like, oh my God, this is heaven sent. So that is coming, okay? Your environment is going to shift. That's what they're talking about. And you are going to have a shift when it comes to physical activity. So for some of you, it can be journey, it can be moving, it can be doing some other things. But regardless, that's what we're talking about. It's not going to show up at the beginning of the month. These things are going to show up towards towards the end of the month. But just know that what you're asking for is definitely on its way. I love it. Leo, this is one of the best readings that I've done so far. I do love it. I do love it. There's no drama. You're coming into yourself. Joy, creating joy and happiness for yourself. That is what you are receiving this month. Let's go into the book here and let's see what else they want me to share with you as far as crystal suggestions. If you want to take advantage of those, here we go. Joy and happiness. I deserve to be happy. That's your personal mantra that goes along with this card. I deserve to be happy. Focus on what you feel happy and content about. What rejoices you? Maybe there's a great stability in your home life, or new and promising personal or professional partnership. If you want to focus on this, the crystal suggestions are citrine, orpiment, which is also called rilgar, all right, carnelian, peridot, or tangerine quartz. Keep your mind and heart focused and on track of what your intention has been so that it is guaranteed to show up to you. Your need for success is going to be achieved, period. Wow, this was the most simplistic reading that I've done so far. But Leo, please make sure that you're taking a look at your sun, your moon, and your rising to make sure that you get the full picture. And what I want to say to you is that if you are interested in a personal one-to-one reading with me to really get into your specifics as opposed to the overall general, please take a look at the description box below. I am happy to serve you, and you will be able to book in with me. Calendar is open. Transformation, guys. That's where you're at. That's what January is bringing you. Harmony and resolution. Okay, you already started the process. You're going to be finishing it up this month. Taking action. Taking action. That's what's happening. And there's going to be multiple options. So you are going to exercise and you are going to pick the best one that resonates within your heart space. That is beautiful. So I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to say thank you one more time for following. I'm going to say thank you very much for commenting, doing all the beautiful things. I really, really appreciate you. And I am excited to see where your energy is going to take you as we get into the remainder of 2023. Many blessings. Happy New Year. Namaste. And we will see you in the next little clip. Bye for now, Leo.